external hard drive because there is no more space for my footage for the log. And look what I found. That's actually the footage from 2007, from 2006. And that's the moral I sometimes tell to my students. And this is actually, this footage is from Sudan. And in this footage you can actually see we were feeding, there's a box in the middle, and we were feeding sharks. Actually Jacques-Yves Cousteau started this feeding. And since then, it's like a kind of the traditions, they just keep going. Usually there's around 11 grey reef sharks comes for this feeding, and then they're cruising around, and kind of pretty safe attraction, I would like to say. The depth was around 20 meters. Yeah, as you see, there's triggers as well. And all this footage, as you can see, it's bluish, and I did it with Canon G6 or G5. I don't remember anymore, but it was the first camera I ever used for filming. And so that's made me thoughts about editing and how I'm been improving since this years. I cannot say I'm perfect, I'm just still learning a lot. I spend a lot of time on the tutorials and that stuff. So let me show you how to edit underwater videos. Small shop, as you can see, and here you can get everything you really need, like some milk. We are making yogurt at home. We just buy one yogurt, take a little bit of yogurt from that bucket, we boil the milk, and then we put that 1 spoon of that yogurt. 1 spoon? How many spoons of the yogurt you put all of it?
For 1 liter of milk, 1 spoon of yogurt.
1 liter of milk costs 25,000 rupiah, $2, approximately $2. The one bucket or what is that?
65 yogurt cost that one.
Yeah, and the yogurt costs 65. Yogurt. So you take only 1 spoon of it, you put in 1 liter, and then you get yogurt. So usually we consume like 2 liters of yogurt a week.
No.
No? How much we? So that 2 liters.
3 liters of yogurt in some 4 or 5 days.
Yeah?
Yeah, nothing.
We're eating a lot. Some of you have been asking, how do you get the colors in your underwater footage? Because sometimes when I'm filming during the dives and when I'm filming and I'm giving you that files, that's the original files what you get, but when I post the videos from the same footage on YouTube, so then you say, oh, but that footage you gave us, it's not that colorful, and that's the question. The one thing what you even learn in the open water diver course is that we're losing the red color at 7 meters. So whatever is below 7 meters, it's less colorful than. So that's why we have to compensate this red color in some way. The one way is to compensate it with a light. So you have to take a torch. The problem with the torches is that if you take the regular torch, it's making the white spot in the middle. So you need the video light or the torch, which doesn't make the point in the middle. The second way how to compensate the red light is with computer softwares. I'm working with two of them. So the one program is Final Cut Pro, another one is iMovie. I've been working with Premiere Pro. I stopped working with them because I'm not professional and I'm not ready to pay the monthly fees for something I'm not using at all. So iMovie is on any computer when you buy it, if it's Apple computer, and a Final Cut Pro you can buy, and it's one-time payment and that's yours. As an example, I will show you footage. It's really different when you work with footage which is from the shallow water. So let's say down to 10 meters or 15 meters, it still has some colors. And absolutely different is to work with deep water footage, because in a deep water, when you look at the things, everything is really bluish. The best way for the deep dives is definitely torch or video light. What I'm calling deep dives, it's whatever is 30 and below. Let's do it. So first of all, let's choose some footage. So this one is from 50 meter depth. So I drop it in a timeline. And as you see, everything is really bluish. The first of all, what you should do is please take the sound down. If you're breathing underwater, then maybe it sounds interesting, but for the people who's watching these videos, it sounds like flashing water in a toilet. Yeah, so just get it down. You can leave it a little bit just to leave this feeling of diving. It's super annoying, even for me. Find the place which can be interesting for the people, right? So there's some fishes or there's some piece of reef. There's definitely not some dead corals or just sand. It's not interesting for people. So as I see, there is some stingray passing by, so I'm gonna cut out this piece of footage. What we can do? The first of all underwater footage is kind of a little bit blurrish. So we would like to give a little bit more contrast. And that I do with this button, right? It's called color correction. And now what I'm doing, I'm just playing with the shadows. So I make a little bit more shadows, and when I add more shadows, then it looks more bright. Or we're adding actually some details to this footage. You can play around the red color here as well, but it doesn't really give you anything. When you see, it just makes black and white and nothing really. So the next thing what I'm personally doing is I'm playing with the white balance, because the white balance is the thing which can pull out the red color. So now you got this one, the dropper. So now you take a dropper and just try to find, just play around. You will see how it works. I cannot give you a recipe for perfect where you should put it or what to do with it. Just play around a little bit. So if you touch here, so then everything becomes really yellowish. And look at this area, there's a lot of noise now. That's another thing what you have to look at, because at the depth there is no light and it makes a lot of noise. So that's why try to not more noise than it's already. Just play around. Like what I said, it depends on your articism, what you like and how you want to make it look like. This is the footage we edited, and this is the original one. I think this one is a little bit better than this one. So now we're gonna take the shallow water footage, and particularly we will take this nice clip. with the fishes and a lot of corals. So now, as you see, I can see some red color on this clip. And if I see some red color on a clip, that it means that it's already will be easier to work with. So if I do this shadow stuff, you actually can see how the clip becomes like, we start to see more details there. But don't play too much, because then it becomes more sharp, and that brings out from the footage also the noise. So be careful with that. You can play also around these ones, right? So this gives a little bit sharpness. Okay, but it looks still really blue, and there is not that much colors. So what are we gonna do now? So now we're going to the white balance correction and try to find some red. So when you click on a red elements, or like for example here, so then the colors comes out. So see, I tipped here and it became super red. And then I click on a one fish, and it's red, and fishes became more yellow. If I click on this one, then it looks like an old photo. I don't like it. If I click on a blue background, then it becomes really red. If I click here, so this one looks really good actually, to be honest, right? I don't know which one you like more, but this blue is more realistic. Then you have to confirm. And now, then I will play a little bit with the shadows. Let's play with the shadows. And when we add shadows, then it looks better. Looks really good. Okay, and now when I play entire clip, not bad at all, right? Good. So that's my lesson for today. There is many softwares which will do this job for you. DiePlus is probably one of the most popular softwares, which is free software. You don't have to buy anything. But that's the thing, you actually, with this software, you're losing some individuality, right? Because it's standard. It's applying same algorithm to any of your photos. I can see you in some angle you took the photo, or the composition of the photo or video, but in colors I'm losing you. Okay, thank you very much for watching. See you on the next episode tomorrow. We have some good plans for tomorrow. We're gonna go out for snorkeling, and also, but about that will be tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Instagram and Facebook. See you in the next episode. Bye.